So this is a video just for the people in the UK back home who maybe haven't had lots of snow before, or rather it hasn't stuck around for ages. I'm just going to cover some of the things about snow that you might not have thought of in a country where the snow sticks around for absolutely ages. So I'm going to start off with the really obvious stuff maybe. So at the moment it's snowing, it's about 0 degrees, and the type of snow, it's not really snowball snow, it's more kind of like ice, almost like mini hailstone balls. So this snow today is quite sticky, and if you walk in it you'll just fall through. But what we've got in front of us is actually a really heavy snowfall, and then it's melted and refrozen, and then another snowfall on top, another snowfall on top, and so we can easily remove very powdery snow, and we can dig into this snow really easily, but the icy snow is a bit harder. So what we've got is a few different tools. So most obvious one, shovel. So great for that type of snow, but it's not icy. I can just chop off a big section and then I can lob that over onto the field. But over here we've got quite thick compacted ice where it's slid off the roof, and then it's ended up with multiple layers of ice, and that shovels and do hardly anything at all. It's just hitting the most recent snowfall, but that's just ice there. So if I get an axe, so no point using the axe on soft snow, but over here that is thick ice, and so we need to smash that up in order to remove it. But that's a lot of work. So what we also have to assist us is if we're clearing a really large area like the driveway, then we have a snow bjorn. And a snow bjorn you would push into quite deep snow, and the idea is that you don't have to carry it, you just push it up there and then you would tip it out, and then you don't have to lift any of it. And the idea is that you don't end up with a heart attack, because most people, they'll clear the snow in the morning when your body's still warming up, and it takes a lot of effort, and people end up with heart attacks. So what we got is what the Americans call a snowblower, and what the Swedish call a snöslunga. And basically it's like a lawnmower for snow, and you direct the snow either that way, and you can direct at what height the snow gets chucked out at. If you put it at right angles, it slows it right the way down, because the snow hits there and then comes out. If you aim it right up in the air, then it keeps its speed, but if it's really windy, then it's going to go all over you. Okay, so why clear the snow? So if we don't clear this driveway, then we won't get any post, we won't get any deliveries. Basically, the postman will say it's impossible to come into the driveway, and they'll come back on another day. and any deliverers will go to the local delivery point, which might be the nearby one, or it might be 40 kilometres away, which is not so good. And then also, in order to get to the shops, we would walk down here and over the bridge. So that's actually quite a bit of snow to clear. So if you were doing this with the shovel, that would, well, we originally tried to do it with a shovel, and the snow fell quicker than we could shovel. So we were out for about 2 or 3 hours a day, and after like 3 days of heavy snowfall, you're just kind of running out of energy to keep shoveling the snow. And what happens is then it sets solid, and then it's really difficult to clear after that, even with the snow schlinger, because the snow blower needs to get up against the snow. Now if the snow is, that's nice and soft, but if the snow is too hard, then it can't get against the snow to cut into it, or at least on the normal little domestic model we got. So what clothes we got today is only 0 degrees, so just woolly mittens, and on my shoes got spiky shoes. So these are like the little rubber things you get that you can put over your shoes with spikes on. These shoes have just got them built in. The only thing you have to watch out for is if you've got a wooden deck, then it puts little holes all over the wooden deck. So try to remember to take them off. Don't do like I did and impact your wooden deck. Okay, the time to clear it is ideally first thing in the morning, I would say, like about 8 o'clock, when neighbours won't complain about the noise. Not that they ever do, but I'm just being a bit considerate. And then I would clear it if the snow ploughs come past, and I would clear it if before going to bed as well, depending on how much snow's going on. So this was where we were keeping the firewood. So we built a firewood store to keep the firewood dry, and we tucked it down the side of the building. We thought we were being clever because it would block some sound between us and the road. But if you look up here, all the snow comes falling down here, and it's incredibly heavy and pretty dangerous, and that snow is just really deep there. So that's the highest tacket, but probably won't be today. So we're going to clear the driveway, and one of the things we need to do is have a plan for where we're going to put all the snow, because if you imagine, there's going to be months and months of snow. So what we're doing is we're piling it all up next to this field rather than next to the house. So this pile here, actually underneath, is a big pile of gravel, so we can't remove it, but I'm going to throw all the snow to the right hand side, which kind of seems a bit strange when you're doing the first little bits, but by the time you're at the end, it all clears up nicely. So we're going to have a go at that. So you've now cleared the driveway, which is really cool, but there's one problem bit, which is where the drive meets the road, and this is where the snow ploughs come past, and they throw up a layer of snow, and this might come as far back as like 4 metres, and it might be half a metre deep. So we just have to be a little bit careful, because there'll be cars coming down the road, and so we need to clear that without getting run over. So not even 5 minutes has gone by and the snow is absolutely pelting it down and starting to fill in the bits that we cleared. So maybe if it keeps going like this at midday, I will go back out and have another go at it. We're also going to get quite aggressive with the stuff around the house. So this evening we're going to attack all this area and clear all this out. We're going to try and keep the snow away from the house now that we have the snow schlinger. So originally when we had just the shovel and other hand tools, it was just too much work to keep it away from the house, and so it froze on us, and then we couldn't use the Snowbjorn, the big plastic tray. So but now we've got snow schlinger, we can smash this all into little bits and then drive through it with the snow schlinger. You can see up on the roof there's a fair bit of snow to come down, so most of it slid off when we had a little bit of warm weather. Just due to the design of the roof, there's quite a large area of snow hanging just above this entryway, which is a little bit tricky. You can get these snow fences. They're about roughly 150 quid equivalent per section, and so we could put one just above here for safety, but it does mean that the weight stays on the roof, and for a really steep pitch we probably have to have another one halfway up. This one's quite a shallow pitch roof. You can get really long sticks with an end on it to pull the snow off the roof, which I think is a good idea, but actually that's like a really long way up there, so I don't have anything long enough at the moment.